Today I wanted to show you how I make a vector from a PNG file using Photoshop. So to get started, you drag your PNG file into Photoshop, and I already did this here, and then you hold down the Control on a Windows and Command on a Mac, and then you can click on the thumbnail of the layer. So hold that button and click the layer, and then the selection will be automatic when you do that, so it makes it a lot easier to select your subject. And then you can see the little marching ants around the shape that you want. So then I'm going to use my keyboard and press L for the lasso tool, and then I'm going to right click on the PNG image and then select Make Work Path, and then 2 is okay, and then it will make a blue outline like this. Then you're gonna press A on your keyboard, and that's a shortcut for direct selection. And then you'll see the mouse change into this black mouse. Then you're going to right click on your image again, and then click Create Vector Mask. And that changed the shape a little bit, but you can see the mask here in the Layers panel. And then you can use Illustrator and then copy and paste your new vector there. So I'm going to press Command or Control C, and then go into Illustrator, and then Command or Control V, and then it'll ask paste as a compound shape or compound path, and I always choose compound shape, so just go ahead and press OK. And then it will have no fill and no stroke, so I just make it black so I can see it. And this is how the vector turns out. And then because it's a vector, you can resize your artwork as big or small as you need, and there will be no loss. Although you might want to fix up some of the little edges here, which I will do later, but this is a quick way to get a vector from your PNGs. And yeah, I'm doing all these ones so that I have some quick elements that I can use for my brand and my artwork. And then I'll also show how to do this with a PNG that is like an outline, like a line art instead of a filled item. So here I have a flower, and then I'm just going to drag the file into Photoshop. It will pop up here, and then I press Control or Command 0 to make it fit to my screen. So once you open it in Photoshop, instead of clicking the thumbnail of the layer, we're going to the select, and we're going to use color range. And then because my outline is already black in my artwork, it's easy to select the color. And then I like to click this a few times extra so that it gets all the colors that I want. And then you can see the preview here, which is white, and then we'll click OK, and then you can see the outline, the selection again, and then I press New Layer, I hide the PNG layer, I press G, which is the paint bucket tool, and then you can fill the outline in easily instead of having to paint it. And sometimes I click it a few times so that it gets all the little dots that might be there. And then you can press L for the selection tool again, and then proceed with the same thing. So make a work path, OK, A on the keyboard or direct selection tool, right click, and then create a vector mask. And then from here you can copy and paste into Illustrator. So Control or Command C, Illustrator, Control or Command V, and then OK. And then I put a black fill so I can see it. and then you can increase the size how you like it and then touch up the edges later. And that's how you can do a outline or kind of line art vector as well. Try it again, and you don't have to make a new layer and do like the fill outline if you don't want to, but I just like to do it so that I can see ahead of time what it would look like. So I'll show you an example skipping that step. So here is a outline that I want, the black outline, and then so we're going to go to select color range, and I already have black selected, so that's why it appears here. So I'll press OK. So instead of making a new layer like earlier, we can just go straight to the selection tool, so L on your keyboard, and then make a work path. OK. I press A, and then create a vector mask, and it pretty much skips that step and looks the same. So let's see how it looks. I'm pressing copy and paste in Illustrator, pressing a black fill in here, and then it looks great. Once again, you can go back and touch up all the little points later. I recommend using object path and then simplify, and that will simplify how many points there are if you like use the direct selection. But sometimes it changes the shape of it too much, so just be aware of that when you're using that. And yeah, that's just a quick way that I found to make vectors from your PNGs, or how to make PNGs into vectors. I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them if I can. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.